Our next addition to the adaptogen portion is going to be ashwagandha. Ashwagandha has become super popular in the last few years. It's been used for centuries by different cultures, and I tend to stick to three main trademarked forms of ashwagandha. You can find quality companies that make it, but it's widely distributed. These three are going to be third-party tested. You have a standardization of the active ingredients, meaning you know exactly what you're getting out of the things that are actually going to make a difference. And so I would just stick with these three, and you'll probably have to play around with it a little bit to find out what works for you. The first one, which is the most popular, whether as a standalone product or in a combination, and is used in different formulas, is KSM 66. And this is used in sleep formulas. It's used in regular daytime formulas. Some people use it even in pre-workouts. It's used pretty heavily in testosterone support or hormone support formulas because anytime you lower cortisol, you are potentially going to increase things like testosterone. And KSM 66 has been shown in some studies to have a positive effect on testosterone through a roundabout way. And that's going to have about 5% with analytes. So it's a great, almost multi-tool ashwagandha. If you want to use it in a bunch of different settings, you can use it during the day for mood elevation, for a little bit of stimulation. For some people, it feels almost stimulating, but some people get a relaxing effect from it, which makes it also a use case for using before bed or in the afternoon for some stress management. So you can use it in a bunch of different settings. It's not going to knock you out or make you feel super drowsy. And then as we get into more of the things used in the evening for sleep, we have Sensoril, which is going to be the next step up. It's going to be more than 5% with analytes. Anytime we're really looking at stress management and reduction from ashwagandha, we're looking at the percentage of withanolides, which is the active ingredient for stress management. And Sensoril is going to have more than 5% of the active withanolides in it. And it's a mixed review on Sensoril. Some people really like it in the afternoons for taking the edge off, getting better sleep. Some people don't really like it though at all because it's kind of that middle ground with it. And then the strongest form of ashwagandha you're going to get in terms of reducing stress, anxiety, and really just mellowing you out and giving you a great night of sleep, reducing cortisol, is going to be Shodan ashwagandha. And I believe Shodan ashwagandha is going to be about 50%, 45 to 50% of withanolide content, so it's a huge bump up from KSM. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. KSM with only 5% of withanolides is going to be doing a bunch of different things, probably a little bit better in terms of the hormone support side of things and using it earlier on in the day. Shodan is probably only something you'd want to use in the evenings prior to bed, reducing stress and cortisol and getting you set up for that, unless you're somebody that just really is overstimulated during the day and you need to come down 5 notches, and that might be the time when you would use Shodan ashwagandha. But for the most part, Shodan is going to be really noticeable for reducing your stress, making you drowsy, and giving you a good night worth of sleep. So experiment around with those three. I would stick to those three trademarked forms of it. Ashwagandha is going to be an adaptogen, again, so helping you with managing stress. It's going to give you an uplift. It is going to help with giving you a better mood. And there are some potential effects also when it comes to exercise performance, and that's been studied mainly with KSM 66 ashwagandha. So I would start there, and then I would go up to Shodan if you really wanted to get extra stress management and better sleep.